Hey, I'm Joe McGovern here at the TheWrap Studios at the Toronto Film Festival, and I'm here with a great group led by Anderson Paak, multi hyphenate, wears many hats, 8 Grammy Awards, directed many music videos, but this is your first feature as a director, K-Pops. A great title, actually. It has two different meanings. Tell us about the film and introduce us to your cast here, who are very excited. It's going to be world premiering today
Yeah,
at Toronto in the film festival.
yeah. World premiere at Toronto. Yeah, K-Pops is about a washed-up musician that finds out his long-lost son could be the next K-pop star, and it's like family comedy, good fun, a lot of original music, a lot of great cameos, and an amazing cast with my real biological son, Sol Rashid, who plays Taeyong. We have Ji Young, who plays Yeji. We have Kevin Wu, who plays Kong. Kathy Shim, who plays Diamond. And Johnny Park, who plays Cash.
Now, this idea, actually, you've been working on it for a few years, and it kind of, as many things did, actually, kind of came out of the experience we all had being locked down during the pandemic and t- hanging out with your son, finding out about music, finding out about the ways that two different cultures can clash through music. What was it like? So, I guess going back about 4 years, the inspiration for the film, how it started.
Yeah, I just lived life on the road. Like since 2016, I was always on tour, and I was always just like go be home for a little bit, go back on the road, and you see your kids grow up so fast. Like one minute they're in diapers, next minute they have mustaches and like into all kinds of stuff. So I was always coming back, and I have to like catch up, and sometimes like I would feel like the odd man out, especially because like I came back and everyone was into K-pop in the house, and then I'm like, okay, there's no more tours, and now I'm like, okay, what are you into? And my son at the time he was like, I like YouTube, I want to be a YouTuber, and I was like, what the hell is that? And so I looked at his page, and he was doing like video game tutorials and stuff, and I was like, why don't we do some skits or something? Why don't we do something? Your dad's got some clout. I could put it on my page, and we can get you some subscribers. So he said he wanted to get a certain amount of subscribers, so we started setting goals and stuff, and we started doing these little funny skits, and that's when I just became obsessed because I saw like how natural he was, how funny he was, and my mom would come and she would say, it's one thing for your kids to like love you, your their parent and stuff, but it's another to have a real bond with your kids. So I felt like when we started doing these videos and stuff, we started to have a real bond, and I became like really interested in what he wanted to do, and I would stay up all night editing the videos, and so we can have them up by noon, and like tracking the numbers and everything, and that's when I started developing this idea of like, wow, what if I didn't know I had a son, and what came into his life later, and I was learning from him just like this process, and he could learn from me, and that's how the script started coming about. And I took the idea a few places, and I knew I wanted it to direct it. I knew I wanted to be involved in the writing, and also star in it with my son. And a lot of places I went to, they weren't too open to that, and I realized because it's a lot of responsibility to direct a film, and putting that responsibility on a musician is kind of like, not something people want to do usually. It's a lot of different things, and so I took it to my buddy Johnny Park, and he introduced me to Stampede and EST, Live Nation as well. Got involved, and they were into it. And Greg Silverman was like, as long as you're willing to get up early and make this thing happen, like you could probably direct it. And they trusted me, and I got in there, and I don't know, it's just like one of the most fulfilling things I've ever done.
Johnny, what was that back when you were first hearing the ideas and sort of thinking about what this could be? What, how exciting was it? The potential for getting on board this project.
I mean, I was already excited about it, just combining the two cultures through music, the power of music. I've been friends with Anderson for 10, 15 years and saw his journey and seen Soul when he was 1 year old, and Anderson bringing him to the studio, to give him credit, like he wasn't just always on the road. He had Soul in the studio, bring him along to things, and it's just crazy to see this full circle moment on screen where they're actually bonding as a full grown adult in the music space. But it was incredible. We just didn't know the process. We just learned throughout this whole process of making this film how the industry works, going into the meeting, stepping out of the meeting like, are we good? Are we are we doing this? We weren't sure if it was real, because I tried to produce things and have been in development hell for a long time for things, and this felt like it was just moving, creatively. We just hopped into the script, worked on the script. We all had cold feet too on certain things, but it was very, very fulfilling. The hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Yeah.
So you have a great name, by the way. It's also the city in South Korea where a lot of the film takes place. What is this like, being directed by your pops in a movie where he plays your dad? How do you sum this up?
I feel like for this movie, my dad's like a comedy genius, so it works really well on the film. Because honestly, because the film is we want to make people laugh, and we want to have like a well-balanced movie, and I think he's really good at that, balancing different emotions and stuff. So yeah, keeping it balanced, between funny or happy moments or sad moments or serious moments.
Yeah.
He's really good at that when he has his director hat on. Yeah. And even in his acting hat on, he's really good.
Hey,
Had to catch myself there.
you're also a comedy genius. I hope you
I
know
was gonna
that.
say, yeah, I'm a hack compared to him. He's acting circles around me in the movie, so it's good.
I want to ask the other actors about being, Ji Young, you play the love interest of Anderson, and just being a part of this project, getting to, how exciting to get into this story that is so much fun and is meaningful to so many people.
Yeah. I wasn't sure what I was gonna get into. There's always a weird thing when you get a script and you're reading it fast. I jumped on this really last minute, and I remember my first thought when they asked me, "Hey, what do you think about this?" I was just like, I don't know. It's not only a first-time director. He's in the music space. You can work with veteran directors and it be problematic, let alone someone who's doing this for the first time. But I think I was so blown by just this story. I haven't read anything like it. I've read every Asian role that has ever come my way, and I just haven't felt this is special. This is extremely special, and it just kind of all came together. It's like you do take a leap of faith. You have no idea what's going to happen, and even just meeting Anderson the first time when I read for them, and just the amount of excitement he had for this, I was like, truly, I don't know what's going to happen, but he really believes in this, and I think this is a special story, and it's unlike anything I've ever read, and it was worth the leap.
Can I say,
Please.
the thing that I'm most excited about as a mother of biracial children is that they're going to see this film and see Soul and just the crossing of cultures that we did through the universality of music, and they're going to realize they're not just one or the other, they're both, and that's so synonymous of our times. I'm so excited for everybody to see. We're so proud of this film in so many ways.
Yeah, I was just so excited to jump on this film because honestly, for me, it's like a dream come true to work with an artist like Anderson .Paak. I've looked up to his music and his artistry, and it's just giving me so much inspiration. And just being in a room filled with people who look just like me just brought so much power, and I feel like we're representing a big community, and we have a lot of weight on our shoulders, but I feel like through this film, we could really give a really strong message to a lot of audiences around the world.
We've got to finish up, but Anderson, I got to finish by, I love your line about how this is sort of a clash between BTS and BET.
Yeah.
With a huge heart, what are your hopes for what's going to happen? I mean, today is the big day. Everyone's going to see it. The word's going to get out. Um, what's your hopes for what's going to happen next?
I just hope like the audience like gets the joy that I had when I was just making the YouTube skits with my son. You know, like that bonding experience, the learning that I had with learning about K-pop and me also teaching him about groups like the Jackson 5 or artists like Tupac, and stuff. And I think that's a unique story that I have the opportunity to tell, and I'm glad I was able to do it with such a stellar cast, including my real son. And I hope people just are having a good time, and we just want to bring joy to the audience and have people feeling good in there. There's so much great music, so much funny moments. So
Congratulations, everybody! I'm thrilled for you guys to have your premiere today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
joining us. Thank
Yeah.
you.